change. Obviously, it says Fern was here, but she couldn't make it today. So on Monday, I got told I was going to Scotland on Wednesday, which is always fun. So just a little bit about who we are and what we do. So I've worked for Addaction for 6 years as a recovery worker, now a team leader, but I still actively work with service users in the needle exchange, things like that. So we've been in Lincolnshire since the year 2000, so we've been sort of an active service there for quite a long time. We've had in-house needle exchange since about 2011, and we have similar issues in terms of we're quite a big, very big county, and we're very rural, so quite difficult for clients to get to our main needle exchanges, so we have a lot of pharmacy provision there as well. Obviously the pharmacy provision is a lot more limited than what we offer in our main needle exchanges. Obviously they can't do the BBB screening, things like that on naloxone. So then the vending machine idea was on the back of a tender for a prison contract. They wanted something a little bit more innovative, so we suggested we put a vending machine in the departure lounge so that clients that we knew were going to go straight out and use, well, let's give them clean works for when they go out rather than meeting up with friends and using theirs. Obviously the prison didn't agree with giving out needles to prisoners. We've only just got them on board with naloxone, so obviously that didn't come to fruition, but we obviously had an issue in a small town in our area where we couldn't get a needle exchange provision up and running, so I'll let Adrian talk about that.
Okay, yeah, so Fern was talking to Ryan and they was chatting about some pilots they'd done with this vending machine, and there's actually running it in a little town called Gwent in South Wales, and that pilot was working really well, so Fern came up with a good idea that we're having issues in this little town in Sleaford. We have three pharmacies in Sleaford, only one of them was providing NSP, and in 2017 they quite publicly pulled out. They was having problems with aggressive clients, the usual stealing and all the other reasons why they would want to pull out, but they decided to go to the press, which then made it really difficult for us to approach the other two pharmacies in the small town, bearing in mind the next needle exchange is 50 miles away, which is one of our sites in Grantham. So we was really struggling to get anybody else on board, so we picked one particular pharmacy, which is Riverside Pharmacy, which is where this vending machine is. It's attached to a doctor's surgery, so we thought that would be really good. So if clients are going to the GP, then they could just quickly nip through to the pharmacy, and it's a really good way to make sure they're getting clean works. And also, if the pharmacist would like to refer people to the GP, then it's a really quick referral, we'll just go next door. So yeah, that is why it came about. So it's just really important to emphasise that this vending machine is designed for secure settings in custody suites. It is the only community vending machine that I know of in the UK. So yeah, obviously there's a gap in provision in Sleaford, and obviously we wanted to make sure that people were accessing clean equipment. So this works via a token, so it still requires some interaction with the clients from the pharmacy staff. It's not completely automatic. So they would have to collect a token from the staff and then therefore use the vending machine. The manufacturer is Orion. So this it looks quite a lot, if you've ever been in a pharmacy, it looks like a CD cabinet. So it just sits on a wall, it's fixed, and it's not a solvable problem like many people may be thinking of a vending machine outside. It's actually inside the pharmacy's consultation room. It does only hold 24 packs, so 12 1ml and 12 2ml. You do have examples of these on your tables, and these are specific for the vending machine. They're not the normal kits we hand out. So that's what's inside if you wanted to have a quick look. The harmonisation leaflet inside, because there is an expectation that it is there is less interaction with this service, that the pharmacy will quickly see the client, they're in and out. So the harmonisation leaflet is there to obviously give the advice, there's the naloxone information on there, also referral to us if they should need anything else. So yeah, it can only hold 24 boxes, so depending on how busy the pharmacy is, they will still have to then restock it every time they need to. So this is what it looks like. The first picture shows you the vending machine and the kits by the side of it. This is before it was actually fixed to the wall, I think. That's the little token, so how it works is put token, twist, and that's what it looks like inside. So 1 mil on one side, 2 mil on the other, and that's how it pops out. So the return bins, you can see inside the little black things, which are, I don't know if they're unique to Orion, but they're very proud of them. They absolutely love them. So these, we do actually have these in the services and in the pharmacies, but only in our single emergency kit packs. So yeah, that's what they look like. So the return bins are collected by pharmacy staff, as it would be in any of the pharmacy NSP services. So the client would return it into a bin or through a hatch, and the pharmacy staff don't need to handle the needles at all. This is just a bit of information about Orion and the manufacturing and fitting timescale. If you want to have a quick read through. Again, exactly like a CD cabinet. The benefits to service users is obviously that there's provision available in Sleaford now. They don't have to travel out to our hub sites or the nearest pharmacy. So we haven't had any reports recently of needle sharing, which is great. We don't have an Addaction hub site obviously in Sleaford. It reduces the risk of reusing equipment, therefore safe injecting. Harm minimisation advice available in the leaflets that I mentioned. And also they can talk to the pharmacists there, which obviously they wouldn't have if it was just us delivering kits to them every time we saw them, or if they was travelling to another pharmacy, we know that they're still getting the advice that they need. So safe disposal and a discreet service, as we would expect in every pharmacy NSP. So a bit of service user feedback. The service is okay, but it's a pain that you only get a box of 2, which we know. Packs of 10 will be better, otherwise it's great. This pharmacy do around 90 to 100 transactions per month. So they see roughly 2 people a day. So yeah, the service is excellent and the staff very helpful. Wish it was available for longer hours. Our pharmacy NSP services don't always run for the entire time that they're open. So this one is limited 9 till 5, Monday to Friday, and on the weekend 9 till 1. Sometimes bank holidays closed. The service is very good and the staff are great. Just wish you get more in a box. So for the pharmacy staff, they really love it. Ever since it was rolled out January 2018, there's been absolutely no issues. There's been no reports of abuse from the clients. So I don't know if that's all died down or if this just works really well for them, but it's running really smoothly. It's user-friendly, allows clients to access NSP equipment at a time convenient for them. I feel strongly that drug users should be helped, not judged or stigmatised, and that is Riverside Pharmacy's chance to play a part in this. It's safe and secure. People can access sterile equipment, find local support, and keep going to recovery and improve their lives. So, yeah, I've kind of whizzed through that. I'm sure you have questions, so fire at us.